Okay, I've got the video now.
Life moves fast. So do we.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's keep tapping. Yeah, you are welcome. Those of you on YouTube, you are welcome. Those of you on YouTube, you are welcome. So,
Mr. Ola, the other
can you hear now? Those of you on Zoom.
I have a friend that just came and social worker started visiting her based on a little remark from the child. So I'm really concerned about the life of blacks in Middlesbrough, and because I won't want my kids to be taken away from me, just as I won't want kids from a black lady to be taken away from them just for a little mistake. So I think there's a lot that we need to do.
Chini, there might be something wrong with your YouTube. If your Zoom application, probably you should go out and join on TikTok or join on YouTube. And I would have loved you to join on here to speak. Or can you unmute yourself and speak? Let's see whether we can hear you. I don't know why you cannot hear. Others are hearing. Can you speak? We cannot hear you. If you have TikTok, comment on TikTok and go to TikTok because I want you to speak. You've benefited from this support so far before, and it would be good to hear from you. So you can go and join. Maybe you should leave the Zoom if it's not working, or you should use the phone or laptop. Change the gadget you are using, or go to TikTok if you want to talk. It would be great to hear from you. Because if you cannot hear, there's no point staying there if you cannot hear.
A whole lot in Middlesbrough, and I don't know if there's a way we can come together. And like they said, I don't know if there are support, like lawyers that could stand for people, kind of like activists that we could talk to, that could stand for blacks when things like this happens. Because I've had quite a whole lot of stories, and it's scary. At a point, I was considering sending my kids back to Nigeria, and it was because of these same kids that make me to come over to UK. So why send them back to Nigeria if they are the sole reason why I'm here? So I don't know, and I would like to attend the parenting class as well. I'm dying to attend it to see if there's anything I'm doing wrong, to see if there's anything my friends are doing wrong that is bringing issues for them. Thank you.
Oh, bless. I love how she said I'm dying to attend it.
I said that I haven't had the opportunity in the first place to have this kind of program when I move in newly to UK. So I should recommend in the future, the main target will be those of us that come newly to UK. I regretted it because having known what I have known now, if I have had this course in the first place when I entered the UK, I wouldn't have had it. I would have been in a mess that I am now. So it's a good course.
This person lost 4 children into care, and when the wife delivered another baby within that time, they removed that child on that day as well, making 5. And the woman went through C-section. They even took her to mother and daughter's placement. The place where they do the C-section tore again. She has to be rushed back to hospital to go and do it again all over. These are the stress, torture family are going through. There's a new news article that came out shortly. I'm going to share that very soon, and you will see what the news article talking about. And these are the things that we shared. And another Yoruba social worker was saying something completely different, just because of money, just because they want to pay their mortgage or what. They need to start coming out and tell us what is their motive behind this behavior. They are traitor, they are betrayer, they are sellout, and the system is using them as a divide and rule.
I will recommend to all and sundry. So I haven't implemented yet because I'm incapacitated in a way that I don't have the children in my hand now to implement. So, but it's a good program. I recommend.
Fantastic. Some of the message saying that who said there wasn't a manual to parenting, because my daughter's 12 years old, and I keep on asking everybody, how did they do it? How did they do it? Because it's very different from how we grew up. It's very I've seen how my siblings have been raising their children, and we've often said that how we were raised is not how we were going to raise our children, but everybody's just raising their child differently. From what I see out there, and everybody's saying to me that there's no manual to raising children, that you just do it every day, and however you do it, you just manage and blah 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 blah. But I keep on saying there's a manual. There's something. There has to be something out there that how you don't go insane, how you don't pull your hair out, because I just felt like I pull my hair out every day. And I said yesterday, who said there wasn't a manual? Why was this course not there years ago? Why didn't we have this course? I wish we had this course years ago, because I've learned so much. It's like a lifesaver. It's like, when it said you say your prayers, and God answers your prayers, and God will show up, and he'll show up at the right time. He shows up at the right time. He brought this course at the right time. So I just want to thank you all that, nothing is ever in vain. Nothing is ever in vain. This course needs to be rolled out to everybody. Like I said, I'm the youngest of 11. I've got so many nieces, so many nephews. And when I was telling them about it, they were saying, please, send them the details, because they're people, when you got kids that are driving them insane. So, it's just a wonderful thing. So I commend you all. It really needs to be rolled out. I don't know. It needs to get to the social services platform. I know Ola keeps on sending out these blasts to everybody. It needs to be rolled out to social services. It needs to be rolled out to every one of them. They need to be on these courses. It needs to be put as part of the social services degree. They need to get to it, because it forms part of their degree, because they absolutely know nothing about this. They need to know more. You're about to give us a case study. It should be part of their it needs to be. Part of this going, and the government is now looking into all these. This needs to be slotted in. This needs to be slotted into that curriculum as well. So because then that will help to not have our kids taken away from us. They need to understand more, because they lack that understanding. But then also, us as parents, we need to be armed as well. We need to be armed as well, so that we can, have that fight as well, and know where to, slot in, know where that threshold is met or not met or whatever, and know what understanding that we also need to have. So this parenting course is a lifesaver, and everybody needs to know about it worldwide, and we need to arm ourselves with the law. We need to read more. We need to arm ourselves with books. I have various backgrounds, but there's books, Achieving Positive Outcomes for Children, your daughter, A Guide for Raising Daughters, Colliding with Destiny. I'm an avid reader, so there's so many books out there, and I've learned so much. So thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry that took so long, but
that was listen, honestly, every single word you spoke was like music to my ears, and my heart is bursting with pride. I'm so grateful to hear what you shared today. I'm sure Pastor Chika, Ola, Chido, every one of the organizers and facilitators feel like something is being done, history is being made, and we're rewriting our past right now by making intentional choices and decisions to come on here, fellowship together, to learn.
But that's actually a pleasure to be here today. I've attended the one of the sessions before. I must confess, this course is been for years because I'm very passionate about not only just fighting the system to get the system to do the right thing, but I'm also very passionate about educating our own people so that they are aware of how to negotiate the system itself. Because then when you work from both fronts, you achieve a better result. So this skills, for me, is about creating that awareness. It's about encouraging or helping people to understand how the system works here, and enabling actually parents to learn about the system and ways of doing things which might be different from where we're coming from. And sometimes what we don't know, we don't know. But there's that saying that my people perish for lack of knowledge. And sometimes that has been the biggest problem with some of the parents that we've come across. So Save the Woman organizing this kind of a course actually is come at the right time. It's come at a time where we need to continue to empower and support our community and to encourage them, not only hearing it alone, but also I'm hoping there'll be the word is escaping now. There will be an opportunity for those who've been on this course to pass the information down to others so that others can learn how to deal with situation, where to get support, what to do, what not to do, what is acceptable here and what is not acceptable here, because we've got to learn. So for me, this course is really an amazing one that I'm hoping will be rolled out to even other communities, so that we can learn. At the same time, we can also fight from the other end as well. So well done to Save the Woman for this course, and I hope they continue to roll it out and not give up,
We are not ready to give up at all. But the problem now, at the moment, Nigerian social workers, especially Yoruba social workers, are coming to attack us everywhere, harassing us, telling different story how they, in fact, they were even proud, sending messages to Save the Woman that, they are taking a lot of children because people think they can behave anyhow. They think our own dad has even chastised her in the past. If your parents chastise you, would that be the basis for you to be removing people's children and be so proud that you are removing Nigerian nationalized children? When there are a lot of malicious referral out there, you are now coming that, you need to start telling people. Are you the one that will tell us what to be doing? Something that we have been doing for many years. You are getting paid to destroy people's life, and we are trying to clean up this mess, but you are creating more chaos. Enough is enough. Liverpool Council, Stockport, Derby, you are there, Yoruba, Kent and Medway, we will start calling all of you out. If they are good social worker, we will give a shout out. But those of you that you are sellout, you are betrayer, we will call you out. Henceforth, we will start calling you out. We will start calling you out now. So that if the system is sending you to us, then the system will start knowing that you are not going to come to our community any longer. Look at what happened. British Association of Social Workers of Romanian community, they stood there by their family elites. They got their children back within days. But our whole Nigerian Yoruba social workers are the ones that are proving that they know the job with lies, misleading information. They are committing perjury. We will call you out, especially Yoruba leaders community, because you are the one in that group of WhatsApp that they are abusing the work we are doing. We will say enough is enough.
Till things actually change. So well done, guys.
You're a lifesaver. I'm on you right away.
I want to start by saying that I feel so privileged that
This is a senior social worker as well, Nigerian, Igbo, very supportive, speaking up the truth. But some are slaves minded.
Is my brother Aleleko that God has chosen to use to raise to our consciousness some of these issues concerning women and children and family. Usually when we think that it is a woman that will be raising issues like this, save the woman, and issues of children and family. But those of us that from the Christian faith will understand what I'm saying, that the way God works is pathfinding. He chooses the vessel he wants to use at any point in time. And he's no respecter of persons. So thank you, my brother Olaleko, for being so persistent and not giving up and taking battles that are really, really very huge battles with little or no support.
The system is fighting us, and they are learning a blessing now. They know that we are not backing up, but they are now sending Yoruba social worker to families to destroy homes. We won't take it lightly with you again. We will call your name out. We will make you popular. We will start making you popular. If you go to houses now, they will start recording you live. Go to houses now. Let them send you to Nigerian houses. You are all the children you have removed from 10 local authorities. We are going to ask for independent investigation. If your father did something wrong to you, you cannot come and be taking that annoyance on other innocent children in the UK. It's better you go back to your daddy and sue your daddy.
And keeping doggedly on it for over a period of time now. The last time I was in Middlesbrough, I could see how the community was broken because of the impact of some of the things we are discussing today. And I want to say to you that we are behind you, and we are behind Save the Woman, and we want to do everything we can to support this journey. And I'm also glad and grateful for all the achievements so far. But talking about the parenting program itself, yes, Auntie Nana was right to say, who says there's no manner for parenting, and to have a beautiful culture as Africans. I recall the first time I met Auntie Nana. I went to meet her at the train station, and she said, "Oh, we can go for coffee just across the road there and sit down and chat." And I said to her, "No, ma, we are Africans. I can't have you in a coffee. I need to take you home." And I brought her home because that is who we are, and we need to be proud of it. We shouldn't lose the very solid and positive aspects of our culture because of the circumstances we find ourselves. No culture is perfect, but there are so many positive things about our culture that we should embrace and be proud of. We are authentic and original, and we shouldn't lose sight of that.
My name is Bini Araya, and I'm based here in Middlesbrough, where Save the Women have a groundbreaking presence in communities. And I have met Ola. I have lived here for about 20 years, and most of my work is with people seeking sanctuary and those granted refugee status. Our project is to span from basic response to people's need to formal training, supporting people who are en route to employment. So coming back to Save the Woman, I have met Bob about 6 years ago or so, when he was a student at the university, and he came to my office, pouring out some of the injustices that he sees around people from the African origin within the university and within the neighborhoods where he started to live in when he moved here from Coventry, I think. Then things developed, and I started to share my own experience at my place of work with Ola. And then I think the rest is history. Ola is a very persistent, a man of principle, passed by, and he had seen few rejections from people who doesn't have principles in bosom.
Hello, God over everything. Are you able to give us 2 minutes to talk before you go, ma? Because we don't know. You might have something to share with us. The rate at which Nigerians social workers are treating families these days is becoming alarming. Not all of them, but we are seeing some behaviors, attitude from them, especially Yoruba social workers. What could have happened? What could have caused this?
Hi. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Can you please go? Can you please go? Leave that place now.
Yes,
all of
Mama,
you.
we can hear you. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I was just thrown into actually. I mean, if this is the case, that means there needs to be an investigation, and it's something that I think it needs to be taken up with the governing body for social workers. If anyone's got any evidence that this is what's happening, and if a teacher, a social worker, or say anyone that work for the government, civil servant, and it's been recorded as it's been recorded of them either bragging or boasting what they've done, certainly there should be straight away disciplinary. They'll be struck off. They won't able to practice anymore, and there'll be a massive investigation. So if they have committed any kind of perjury to take someone's child away, just I don't know if they get an enhanced payment. I don't know what the incentive is, but that really need to go to the higher authorities. You know, the board for social worker practice, because I know one young lady. She had problem with her family. One of them, and she worked as a social worker, and African social worker went in and literally destroyed this young lady's life. She had to give up a job that she's been crossed off. You know, she's not practicing anymore. And it's not even saying that the case has gone to court and it's been proven. But once you go into someone's home and social worker, a case studies thrown up, you'll have to sit down until they're proven innocent for you to go back in. But at that time, you've got your mortgage, you've got things to do. Your life has been destroyed. So if this is what they're doing, it should not be allowed. I'm not saying that social workers should go in and, you know, protect the child if the child is at risk from harm or danger, because we see what happened to that young Asian girl where the father and mother unalived her and went off to Pakistan. And the social worker had known about the school, and social worker had known what's happening with this young girl, and yet they fail them. So, but if they're going to use their power and their authority to make false allegation against parents and take the kids, I really think something needs to be done. And you know, once it's been highlighted, and you've got the name of the social worker, I think that needs to be publicly noted. And I think you need to do it the right way. Send it off, report it to the police, and then take it from there. And just MPs, go and see your MPs. Because if they're going to do something like that and get away with it, it's not fair on the family. You know, that's all I've got to say. Because I did social work I did social work practice in my second year. In my first year at uni, you do the introduction bit, and you do, if you're working with children, it crossover social work, you work practice. And you know, there's certain law that you've got to adhere to, but you know, it's only deemed necessary. You're not going in. Then one of the things what you're being taught, do not go into any practice with personal biases. If you've got personal bias, that is detrimental onto the practice, because you're going in there because you're thinking, oh, this woman is a Muslim woman, I don't like Muslim. This woman's not a Christian, and they're not a Christian, and you're going to a home and you see them drinking or doing whatever they're doing, and it's against your personal views. Social work is not about personal views. Sorry. It's not about your personal views. You've got to put that down. And that's one of the things that literally tell you, personal bias cannot come into your practice. I couldn't be in school and says I can't stand that mother and I can't stand that father, so therefore take it out on the child. No, that's a straight disciplinary, and that need to be addressed, because a child life. Hear me out properly.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not saying don't do your job, but do not make false allegation on someone because of the way you feel. Because to be quite honest, when anyone sees social worker or the police or anyone like that, they're gonna have an attitude. They're gonna have an attitude whether they're guilty or not. And a lot of social worker would have gone into these zones and they're thinking that, they're going with power and they want you to fear them and all that. The only person you're supposed to fear is God. They want validation. This is my job, and you come with that force. It's not going to work, because in the end you'll get pulled down. And then the government's got to compensate that family for the hardship and ache what they've been through. Some of them lost their job. They lose their mortgage. Some of them are sleeping on sofa. Some of them are nervous breakdowns.
Especially this new... Especially these new people. Especially these new people coming around. In fact, the social worker sent a message. It was a WhatsApp message. Good morning. As a senior social worker who has worked in more than 10 local authorities in the UK and Wales, I found this report to be ridiculous, misleading, inaccurate, and baseless. According to social worker, he said, I have been to court and removed children, especially from many Nigerian parents who recently moved to the UK, thinking that it is the same system we have in Nigeria that operates here. She even further said, I grew up being chastised by my parents, which is the norms in Nigeria, but it's not acceptable here, and you can't do that to any child here, blah, 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 blah. In fact, to the extent, she even said, oh, I understand people like you, like Save the Woman, who enjoy smearing other people. I have a very thick skin to deal with such people.
And that was the head of social work practice.
Senior social worker. And she even wrote again, I don't fall for such mere threat, because I said, wrong is wrong. This comment you just made now will be referred to Social Work England and British Association of Social Workers. A breach of no-land principle, which is public life principle. She responded, I don't fall for such mere threats, as no law has been broken. Just make sure you have enough indemnity to cover you when I slam you in the court. Mr. Olale Kodede, imagine a professional social worker.
You see, because what she's detected, she's just detected bias. You cannot go into no professional with any. And social work practice, I've still got all my books them here. Social work practice can be totally at different principles and values and guidelines compared to other countries.
She did not portray. She did not even portray. She didn't portray.
And again, who gave her the certificate to practice? And if you do come from Nigeria with that, with a degree in social worker, usually they want you to go in even for 18 months to be retrained, because it's totally different.
The worst part of
different to here.
The worst part of it is even Yoruba social Yoruba the way he even write it. Another one also. That one is in Kent and Medway. The same thing. Another one in Stockport. Another one in Liverpool. It is becoming alarming now. The system doesn't want you to hold them for prejudice. They don't want you to hold them for discriminatory acts. So they are now pushing Nigerian social workers to Nigerian homes now. And they are proving they're doing the job. Whereas they already hurt. They have not healed from their own wound. They've got trauma. They need to go and sort out. If they have been chastised in a way, that should have been treated. Not using that.
But again, another thing as well, one of the worst things you could ever do. All right, then I'm gonna use this example. It's like you giving someone say a G person, and you send that G person in a home who are against them. There's gonna be conflict.
Conflict of interest.
Like
yes.
Yeah, it's like sending someone, a Christian, into a home of an atheist. You're gonna go in there with bias. You're gonna go in with personal bias. And you know, another thing is what people don't understand. We're living in the last days, and whatever you do in the dark will come to light. If you are not about truth and right in God's sight, I'm telling you, your wall is coming down. This ain't no playtime. This is a spiritual thing that is happening. If you cannot treat people with dignity and respect and love and with grace, God will pull your mountain down. God will destroy you. When you think you're going up and you're going to get promoted, that's when God demoted you. Because this is the last days. What's happening around us, we have to accept it. Things are real. You've got to have a clean heart. You can't go around with evilness in your heart to destroy people. Many people, life has been destroyed through lies. And it's the karma will come back. And karma ain't taking no fourth and third generation. Karma is taking us now. You do something bad, you put someone under trauma, karma is coming back for you the next day. This is how God is working. So if they went intentional to go and do something bad to their parents and never give them a second chance, this is what will happen. They will get their karma. And that's God's word. And we just have to be mindful how we treat people. You've got to show people love, compassion. And we're not perfect. Not one of us is perfect. We have issues that we deal with every day. And some parents are tired. Some parents, I was on one show yesterday and I must have been there like for 2 hours, and I'm saying to them, what you are forgetting, you're dealing with parents who are traumatized. Some of them are not even ill. Some of them have just come from a broken home, a broken marriage. They're trying to cope because they don't want the kids to go into care. They are tired. You should be looking for resources to help that parents to do their job. But you want to take the children and just dump them in care. The blood of Jesus is against them. I'm not into it. I'm not into this at all, seriously. And we have to stand. We have to stand. And if you're going to use your platform to highlight the government with what's happening, let the government know what's happening. You are the cry of people. Your platform is where people are going to come share the story, because sometimes these platforms are here to heal people from the God answer prayer. We don't know how he's gonna do it, but he do it this way. Cause it's not just one person suffering in silence. There's more than one people around the globe, around the UK. Everyone's got this fear now. Everyone's got this fear of African social worker.
We need a day. We need a day as soon as possible to pray for healing healing from mental torture, and also healing for protection and guidance, because they are attacking us seriously now. They want to bring this work down. And they are using Yoruba social worker, Nigerian social worker, African social worker are targeting us. They are attacking us these days. The harassment is becoming too much. Harassment is becoming too much.
It's a power thing, and it's a business, you know. Putting children into care is a business. It is a business. It is a serious business.
Authorities, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Another thing as well, not many people are choosing to have children anymore. So when you take that woman's child, you're putting it into some demonic home. You never know where your child is gonna go. You hear some horrific story. I've worked with children in that environment, and it is not nice. They are trying, and children, I'm telling you now, I work with them when I was at uni studying, and I did it on a weekend in children's home. Them children, they're the one that unleashed now in our community. Them ones that you see running up and down with knives and anything. If you check their background, more than likely they're from the social service system. They have come with revenge. They've got no soul. They've got no feelings for no one in society. These are the children that they have unleashed in us in the community. We have raised a generation, especially in the children home. They've got no love, no soul. They've got hate. They can't stand the sight of human being, and they come to steal, destroy, and the enemy is using them against the system. And we have to be so careful. These children, I've worked with them. They've got no soul. They don't think. They tell you straight. When you're sleeping, I'll put a knife in you. I'll pull earrings out your ears. These are little monsters. Because somebody put them in care when they could have helped the parents to look after them. Some of them, they're in the children's home and the parents pass. They've got no one. You see them wandering. That's why you see them. Them are the ones that's taking the drugs on the street. When you ask them, what's your story? They says, I grew up in care, you know. The first thing they go, in it, did you know? I grew up in care. They don't have a good life in there. They don't know what it's like to be coddled. Furthermore, as a worker, you can't own them. They accuse you of all sort of things. They will tell blatant lie on you. So, you know, these social workers, they need to be mindful because they are parents of children. That's the generation that you see running around London everywhere with the knives. They don't care whether you're black, white, Asian, this. If they're coming for you, they will get you. Because we have brought up children without no soul. They've got no feelings for nobody. They don't care about the law. They don't love themselves. They hate the world. And that's what we guys are not looking at, the spiritual thing behind them. For the kids on the street. Ask the background. Look at the caseload. They were brought up with mother and dads. They were brought up in care. And then leave back in the community. And if our black social workers got a hand in this, their judgment will come. Because this is not no joke. If you're going to a home and the mom is not well or the father, send them to parent evening class. Send them to classes. Give them policies on the law of the country. Give them family law act. Give them children act. Let them know what the rights are. Give them, communicate with them so that they understand. Get interpreters. Show them the right way. But do not collide with the state and do these to people, family. Because a lot of mothers, what will happen? She will have a breakdown. Because it's like taking away the puppies from the dog. What does she do? She neglects all of them. Because one is missing. She turn on them. And this ain't no joke. It needs to stop. And I know I love your platform. I wish I could stay, but I'm just getting ready now.
Thank you so much. I know where you are going. You are going for prayer. Please, this platform need your prayer for guidance, for protection. The system are bowing down. However, they are using the insider. They are using insider. A lot of people, they are bringing people from Nigerian, especially African community, to come and attack, silence, and say whatever they can on our platform. Not even on platform now. They are coming on WhatsApp now. They are bringing the fight directly to the WhatsApp. The group I was talking about, a elected councillor, removed me from that group yesterday without even coming to hear or to say, to apologize for what the person has done. The social worker has started calling me yesterday, and I didn't pick the call. Went to the group, says, oh, the person has blocked him. I said, I'm not blocking anybody. You should go and get your solicitor, your legal team, to come over because you've committed crime already. And you need to resign immediately before we put this case to court. You better go and resign. So,
oh my word. This is what I mean. It was something. You know what? Let me tell you something. It's kind of weird because our prayer line for all this year is breaking the altar. We have to break the altar. This is an altar. It's an altar that needs to be broken because it's not in God's agenda.
We were wondering.
It's not in God's agenda.
We were wondering. We've handled about 500 cases recently, and we have resolved about 300 children back home. We've started a lot, but it's still increasing every day. Why is it increasing? We are cleaning up the mess, and Nigerian social workers are creating further mess. So, mommy from Bradford, take a mic from Zoom. Take a mic, man, on Zoom. Mommy Dorcas, take a mic, man. Are you there, man? On Zoom? We cannot hear you if you are talking. We can't hear you. From Bradford, on Zoom.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear her? Go ahead. Is it breaking?
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening. Good evening,
can hear
everyone.
You now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Go ahead, ma.
Okay. Just an observation. The type of work that you are doing, very, very important and well needed in the community. But you will need to look for allies. Need to look for allies within the voluntary sector to support. Why? Because in my language, wọ́n ní àdání kejò àdìkànrejò a máa jejò níyà. That is, working alone or loneliness or working in isolation can endanger the life of snakes. Because with the experience, with my own experience of working in gender-based violence since 1988, when they know that you are working, you are doing a great job, and you are working on your own, and you are achieving, what they will be looking for is how to sort that organization down. So, and that is the reason why having an ally supporting the great work we we keep them quiet and we minimize the attack. And concerning the lady that has been sending abusive messages, I will suggest probably the first step is to complain about unprofessional behavior to his employer, because it's unprofessional and is not expected for a social worker to be sending an abusive and aggressive message to an organization that is not fighting for itself, but fighting for people, the children that cannot defend themselves, vulnerable people in general. So, and I think there is a need for coordinated approach across the country, because it's happening everywhere. They are taking the children out because some social workers are maybe taking the law to their own hand. That is the step by step they're supposed to follow because taking the children into care is not the first step. They need to try to support the parents, but not just rush and taking the children to care. So there is a need for a coordinated approach, because it's happening everywhere. It's happening in Bradford, it's happening in West Yorkshire, it's happening in East Yorkshire, it's happening in the North Yorkshire. So it's happening across the country. So there is a need for a coordinated approach so that the attack will be minimized. So I'm not sure whether people hear what I'm saying.
Very well, man. Very well, man. Very well, man.
Because
we have been.
Our organization experienced something a few years ago that made us to vacate the office we were using. In one night, only our organization and another organization that is supporting children experiencing sexual abuse, and us that we are providing support to women experiencing domestic and sexual abuse, and also campaigning against FGM. All our windows were smashed overnight. Our home organization and the second organization. And we had CCTV camera surrounding our office, but they took paint and they used ladder, they painted all the CCTV camera before they smashed all the windows. So, and since that time, we have been using different centers instead of having our own building, as we have been doing since 1998. So, so that's one of the reasons that I said is required working together, because these perpetrators, they will like to do everything in their hand to silence people that are ready to support the vulnerable people. And I remember when Lola Anyanride was the Lord Mayor of London Wentworth, we had a meeting in London concerning the number of Nigerian children in particular that were in care. So it's been going on for years. So it needs all of us to work together So because if there is a noise in Leeds, there is a noise in Bradford, there is a noise in Liverpool, in Hull, across the country, even the government will intervene. So, and so together we'll be able to achieve more. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you.
And I thank all the other speakers. They have contributed a lot. And I hope by working together, we could reduce the number. A lady came to see me in the office today and to tell me that her friend for 5 children has been removed to care 4 before, but immediately she had another baby that was taken away from her. So education, being able to educate our children is very important. But one of the difficulties is that our people, when it comes to education, they won't create time. They will not create time to learn until something happened. So, and there is a need for awareness raising for our people. Don't let it happen to you. Learn something, because like the lady that came to see me today, I said, I've been telling you for the past 3 years, if you have gone through different trainings, you know things about safeguarding adults, safeguarding children, every child matter, all sorts of things, you will have been in a position to educate them, and you look at it now. So, we need to encourage our people to create time to learn, to know the culture or the new culture they find themselves, so that they will reduce the number of attacks on Black families.
Thank you very much, ma. God bless you, ma. So those of you on TikTok, we are only having 12 viewers here. We know a lot of people will be on FYP, but we need more people to be here. Please, if you keep tapping, if you keep sharing, it will create more awareness. This is a serious issue in our community. Many Nigerian children are getting stuck in the system. Over 60% of children taken into care will end up in prison. Over 70% will end up in mental health hospital. Many of them will end up on the street homeless. We don't want this to happen to our children. This is not the reason why we come to England. This is not the reason. This is not the reason. We need to cry out. We need to cry out. Those of you on a Zoom, anybody want to speak before I come people on TikTok? Anybody want to speak on Zoom? Liverpool, Durham, Sandwell, Hall. Did anybody want to speak on Zoom before I go to people on TikTok? I've got people on TikTok that would like to talk.
Yes,
April.
let me say something. Dora, can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Do you have a expert of Nigerian African social worker?
No, sir. I just wanted to contribute something.
Those of you that you have experience of African social worker, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. So yesterday, I was opportune to speak to an Uber driver who happens to be a Pakistani. And from the discussion, he was telling me about his brother that they lost during COVID, and the children have been staying with him since that year. So I was like, how do you cope having children around you? You know, he was wondering why I asked that question. I just chipped in my own situation to him, and it was, no, that cannot happen to them as Pakistan. That in the Pakistan family, in the whole of UK, they can't even get across to that. Social worker cannot even get close to them. you know, because of the love they have for themselves. And what I know in this our community is love. We lack love. We don't love ourselves. You understand? We don't love ourselves. Even if someone has an issue, it will be as if you are having a sickness. Person like me now, nobody wants to associate with me because I'm having social service. So one major issue we are having is selfishness. Love. We don't love ourselves. And if we are able to love ourselves, I think some of all these things won't be happening to us, because when one has an information and pass it to the other, everybody will learn, you know. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other person you want to, especially those of you, if you have experience of this social worker come to your house, especially from Africa, because this is what they are doing now. They are sending African people to your house now. Nigerians in particular, Yorubas sell out. Some of them, majority of them are sell out. So if you have experience and you like to share this, what life has been with you, please take a mic. Take a mic. At least if we start reporting them now, they will learn a lesson. Even the system that is sending them for divide and rule, they too will learn a lesson. No more silent again. We need to start exposing them. Any other person, anyone want to share? If you want to share, good evening, Mama.
Yeah, really, I don't really have a counter directly with them like that. And it's not even our people. The person they sent is not in Nigeria. What happened was that I was pregnant, and I was about to deliver. So when it was November, so because I had my first child in Scotland, and the experience that I had made me to, like, because of this experience I have, let me go to the hospital first. Like when I was around 37 weeks, I went to the hospital to tell them that this is the experience I had in Scotland. Is it because when I was in labor, and when we got to the hospital, and it was very severe, and it was my first child, I went there and I told them that when my husband took me to the hospital, that's in Scotland. They took me to the hospital, but when we got to the hospital that midnight, they said that I'm not fully dilated yet. I'm only 2 centimeters dilated. That we should go back home. So we went back home, and until the morning when I was fully dilated, and in fact, before we got there, in fact, my water already broke, and at the hospital entrance, and it was so serious. I just gave her that one went. So when we came to London, I was not like, let me go and ask. I don't want the same issue to repeat itself. Is it that until water broke, or is it until I'm fully dilated again before I will come to the hospital? And the hospital here is very far to my place. So they said, yeah, it's the same thing, that if you are not fully dilated, they will have to send you back. Okay. And I said, okay. I was so shocked, but I said, okay, no problem. I told them even my house is far away from this hospital. All these things, they said, I said, okay. So on that night, I was feeling labor, but I was not expecting. I was thinking it's going to be like the first, but unfortunately, when I see the blood, I was like, okay, let me call the hospital, tell them if I can start coming to the hospital. When I called them, they said I can't start coming because I'm not fully dilated yet. Until my water broke before I start coming. And I said, okay, and because I don't want them to send us back again the way they did there. So they said, okay, so later on, I hold on, then my water broke, and at the end of the day, I shall put bed to my baby at home. So the thing that now concerns social workers is where I'm coming from. So when that happened, my husband was not at home. I was at home with my mom. So I had to call, because the Uber that I called could not carry me again because of the blood and everything. So I had to call 111. So they came, like 2 ambulances came, and they took me, and they attended my baby, tried to do so many things, asked me so many questions and all. I never knew that at that moment, they are monitoring the house, they are doing this, they are doing that. Me that was in pain, they are trying to take care of my baby and they're asking me different questions. So after that, we spent like 5 days in the hospital. They are attending to my baby because they said cold has entered her body and all that. They are saying they're treating infection and all that. At the end of the day, I just say was it after, I think after 2 weeks or so, social worker called me that they are social worker, they are calling me for that. Did I gave birth at home, right? I said, yes, I gave birth at home. What happened? They said there's actually social worker. What's my problem with social worker? That I should not worry, that when they come, they will let me know. I said, okay. So when they came, she read everything in the paper that they said when they came to the house was cold. This, that. I was not like, the house was cold. Me that I was very hot. Before they even arrived, they had to open the door because I was hot, and I even tried to carry my baby out to meet the Uber before the Uber rejected that that he can't carry us. So like that, the code has already entered inside and everything like that. I tried to explain to them. She was not like, oh. And I said, I explained everything to her that this is what happened before I gave her, because I never planned. That I never even planned to have my baby at home. There's something that is unplanned. So why are they even calling social worker in the first place to me? Is it my fault? Because it's not my fault. It's even the hospital fault. Why are they calling social worker on me for that, for what happened? Because it's not my fault. They're not like, okay, the social worker, I should calm down. That truly is not my fault. That's not my fault. She now said, but if I want her to carry the case up, that she's going to go and ask GP about how I'm doing with my son. He will go to my child's school to go. I was not like, what's all this? Like, what are we talking about? What really happened that you are saying you are going to go to my son's school to go and ask them this? So I was so confused at that moment. Also confused. I was not like, what's all this? Like, is this how these people behave? Something that is not even my fault, that they are the one that is supposed to even pay for what happened. They are still putting it on me that I'm at fault, that the house is cold when they arrive, this and that, this and that. Because I didn't prepare for giving birth at home. If I prepare for giving birth at home, at least I will know how to make the house cozy and all that. So that's the experience that I had with them. So I just took it as a step.
Thank you for sharing that. Oh, just to stop where you had now, there's this article that came out yesterday. Let me read that article. Is it yesterday that came out? Those of you on Zoom, let me share the article with you so that some of you will be able to read it. It won't be me that will read that. You read the article, because we need to start saying the truth now. Because this social worker was saying, oh, our report is misleading. I said, this is not our report. This is a report of British Association of Social Workers. And not only that, the video we played that you listened to was a simple question I asked at the municipal council chamber at the full council meeting. And I wish everybody of you on this platform today, you listen to video and you go and ask, you attend the council meeting in your area, write the same question, email it to your council and ask the same question. The day they are doing the meeting, you will go in there, they will ask you to stand up as a public member, ask that question, they will tell you the answer. Let us compare the answer to each other. So, those of you on Zoom, let me just share the. Can you see the screen? Those of you on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we
Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Can somebody read the title? The article.
We are investigating more, but not protecting children better.
Can you see? I beg, read them again because people know fear here. Those of you on TikTok, can you hear what the person is reading? Read out, Mama.
We are investigating more, but not protecting children better.
We are investigating more, but not protecting children better. Did you receive a text message yesterday about the caravan where the children are staying? Did you receive the message?
Yes, sir, we did.
Yes, I saw it.
Can somebody go to that message and read what the article said there, because I can't find it here now.
They
Check your
took my
WhatsApp and read
they
it.
took sorry, sir. They took my children to that caravan during summer. They spent almost 2 weeks there. When I got the message yesterday, I was shocked.
Now read that thing again. When you read that thing we send again, and now tell your story, because everything we are releasing out there is people lived experience. This Yoruba social worker, we need to call it, in fact, they are going to pay the price, because we are not getting any fund, any support from anywhere. We are using our own time to clean up their mess, and they are committing perjury, creating more problem. We are thinking we are resolving problem, we are getting many children back, but they are putting many children back there again. And she was so proud, Yoruba social worker, that she has removed many children, especially from family that just came recently. Oh, she must pay the price. She has to give the list of all those children from the 10 local authorities she has been working, and how much she has get paid for all this rubbish work. Tikilicious, I'm so sorry. I will have blow trumpet for you. Let me blow it for you. You know, you are queen in the kingdom. Let me blow trumpet for you. See, now all these things, they make us get our this thing back, because they are harassing us. They are harassing. The bullying from Yoruba social worker is too much. The bullying, the harassment is too much now. Are we stopping them from making their money, or what? Or is it that that's the only way they can live their life? Please read the article on Caravan and share your experience. These are the children you remove from parents. Parents that just came, you remove their children from a loving home and you go and put them in Caravan. You will expose them.
I can't find the message, but I know it popped
so
up
that she will just share her own experience. You can see now, evidence is there. Caravan from a loving home. Somebody that with family children within 1 week, we got the children back within 2 weeks. That child is a 9-year-old. The parent cannot even talk again now. The child will go and tell the school, my daddy is shouting at me. The parents are fearful now. So those of you that your children is in care, if you get them back to you, it's a problem, because you can't cope with them. You have to exercise a lot of patience now. So it's better you heal yourself, so that when you get the children back, you'll be able to continue to cope, to tolerate. Otherwise, they want to frustrate you. If you cannot see the Caravan, maybe you should share your story.
I know I saw it. I can't remember the day. If I know the day, I will get it. I'm just going through your messages.
Don't worry, just share your story. Where children live? Where did they take your children to for 2 weeks? Then they remove them.
I said
from
during
your home.
summer, that was August. They were just taking my children every time. When we're supposed to have contact, they will cancel the contact and ask us to join on Zoom. They will tell me that they took my children to Wales. They went on holiday. They were in Caravan for 2 weeks, and it was during that protest when was it that time there was an attack on Southport children. So, and there was an unrest everywhere, and this woman was taking my children to Caravan. I don't know what she was doing there. So it was when you sent that message that I was shocked that was it what these children were passing through there in Wales throughout the summertime? We had meeting. We were asking them that, what is happening? The country is not safe. There is protests going on everywhere. Why are you taking these children? I don't know. It's really frustrating, sir. It's really frustrating. Up till now, 7 months gone. These children are still with them.
I've seen the article now. Those of you on YouTube, before I read that one, can you read another person to read this article? Because these are the reports, not our own story. Can you read that article? I can't sleep. Who can read that on Zoom?
Okay. I can't sleep. I'm terrified. The rise in mothers having their babies taken away within the days of giving birth in England.
Read more. Charity finds inhuman system. This is a system that a Yoruba social worker, a slave-minded person, say is better than Nigerian system. And these are the charity finding its inhumane system is forcing women to defend themselves in court, sometimes from their hospital bed, while in fear of having their newborn child taken from them. Those of you on TikTok, just imagine you had pregnancy for 9 months and somebody is already carried gun. They want to remove your children as soon as you are delivering that baby. And many of these women are not even delivering the baby themselves. It is through C-section. Through C-section, and they are removing the baby from you. In fact, there's a parent, we got the children back in Sheffield. They were asking the mother to press her breast milk, and they are collecting it and they are not giving it to this child. Just taking her through pain unnecessarily. And this is the system, this is the Yoruba social worker or who come and start attacking us. Now, I've seen this article now. The caravan, so sad. Those of you on TikTok, you might not see, but if you go to our YouTube channel, you will watch it all over again. You see those articles. You see those articles. You see those articles. Now, somebody should read this article for us. Can you see the article? Those of you on Zoom.
It's still loading.
Okay.
Children in the care are being illegally placed in caravans and boats.
Read it again now. People know here well.
Okay, sir. Children in care have been illegally placed in caravans and boats.
Now, they are being placed where?
In caravans and boats.
Now, I want you to read this one now, because this evil social worker, you see what they will tell you. They said they will not take your children away. They will need to do a lot of things, a lot of that. They must have given you chances. Now, I want to show you something. Those of you on TikTok, so unfortunate, but if you go back to Save Juma YouTube channel, you will see all this article there, because it is very important for you to see that we have evidence of what we are saying. It is this sellout. Somebody share me their names. They call them some name. Durham, you still need to call that name. Now, somebody should read this article. Somebody should read this article.
Biggest
Is it still loading, that article?
No, it has shown, sir. Biggest independent children provider in England made $300 million profit last year.
Jeez. 300 million pound profit in 1 year.
Niger.
300 million pound profit in 1 year. And down below by Shege, they'll be telling you it's not for money. It's costing them money. Thank you so much for the treasure boss. Thank you so much. Those of you on TikTok, somebody has blessed us with treasure boss. So please, let's take go. Emigori Mumbe, a bit I see. Thank you, Mr. Deji. God bless you, sir. Can you see how much are they making? 300 million pounds profit. Those of you on TikTok, can you hear what the profit they are making in a year? Somebody should unmute. Did you hear what they said they are making in a year? Anybody in the UK on the TikTok?
You mean they make money from collecting children?
Yeah, let the person read it for you. It's an article. If you go to our YouTube channel, you watch the article. It's a guided article. It's not Save the Human work. Somebody should read it on Zoom. The title.
Biggest independent children's care providers in England made £300 million profit last year.
In 1 year, £300 million profit. and they are charging about £1 million per one child per year. They are
1
spending
million.
83,000, 63,000 per week. And somebody will be telling you it's not for money.
What are they now working for?
If it is not money, why are they taking the children?
If you see
They
it's a
don't
white,
love the children.
if you see it's a Yoruba social worker coming to your house, you better go do video straight away. You are going to record everything, because they are liars, they are criminals, they are storytellers. Doram, help me call the name. Help me call the name you call them out now. Help me call their name. The name you call, you type some name that time now. They are traitors. Everybody,
Okay, the one I sent to you.
Start naming them. Start typing what name fits them.
Okay. They are betrayers, traitors, false protectors. They are deserters, exploiters, deceivers. The betrayed savior, Judas of care.
Evil.
Evil people, displacer.
Lucifer. Devil. Second Satan.
Evil. Let me type them out. That's what they are.
So please, you need to protect your home. Don't let anybody take your children away. If they call you for school, say they are coming, or you can't take your child, you better call for help immediately. Call for help straight away. You know, they say make you call emergency. Now you go call save the woman. Unfortunately, I'm not going to give you our emergency number. So you need to email. Or if you are fortunate to see our number, that might be good for you anyway. So the number of children going into care is increasing every day. And this is due to this social worker. The story they are saying is that, they're not going to take your children a line, a court. No be everybody. How many of you they court before they come on your children? They come on children before they go court too. Because if you know sign now, they will carry police to intimidate you. They carry police intimidate family. So if you have a child from 8 years old upward, I bet no fight them or no vex with them. If they tell you say something happen, just listen to them. If social worker collect them for your hand and they are telling you this, what the children says, still love your children, still love them, still show them love. Still show them love, but maintain your grant as a parent. Don't lose that parental responsibility and rights. You can discipline your children. You get away. So if you register for the course, we go give you passcode where you no go enter trouble for their hand. And if you see any social worker say they born in papa well, he won't mistreat you, he won't abuse you, he won't use power over you, tell and say you get God, you get saved the woman, you go stand fight them like mad. They no born their papa well now. Only want to ballet. I'm see. They are
hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead,
yes,
Mama.
Sir. There is one that I wanted to share. It happened recently, maybe last week, Tuesday. Though I've not gotten the full details, but with what I heard, sir, the woman, we are living together before in our former house. So the woman was the student, the husband came here last year. But quite looking at this man was very gentle and calm. I myself, I can testify that this man is very calm. But when I heard yesterday from church that they took their children, I was like, what happened? They said that the children reported in the school that their daddy booed them. Where was their mom? I don't know. So the man, we called him yesterday night that how come, how did it happen, this and that. The man said that he cannot even say anything, that he has not seen the children since maybe Tuesday night or something. What about the wife? She said that she did not come home. So this afternoon now, the man has to call my husband again that the social worker came to their house to come and kick him out of the house, that he should find his miss. The man is at the roadside now, nowhere to go to. I don't know whether he's having shift tonight, so you can go there.
There are a lot of fathers they've chased out. There are a lot of fathers they've chased out now. They don't have access to their children for 6, 7, 8 months now. And they are using police to give them police bail condition, not to go near house.
The house,
And
yes.
a 3-year-old child came back home telling mommy, 3-year-old telling mother, mommy, if you beat me next time, you go to jail. 3-year-old. So
I don't know where we are
making
going
her
to.
tight on her wrapper well. Oh.
Hey, I don't know where
Making
we
her
are
tight
going.
on her wrapper well. Oh. Thank you for the treasure boss. So thank you for the treasure boss. Making her carry treasure coins. So please, 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 anybody still want to share story or make we go to another case study for today? Because we want people to talk about now. Okay, let me go to this question I asked the council
Okay.
so that all of you need to go and ask. You need to go and ask your local authority now. If you need how to write it, it has to go through freedom of information. It's not going to the social worker. It's going to the council, not social worker. It's not going to social worker, it's going to the council. So let me check the question. Where the in between Olopolo to Euro social worker artist or so. Now the video we play where she can't talk rubbish. And we know first time make she watch our video. We don't know why she go watch our video. We can't give her a headache. Who send her to go watch our video, Steph? Who send them to go watch our video? She can't watch our video. She see say we dey expose them. We never expose them. We go call her name. Make she no worry. I dey wait. I dey come. I dey for the video.
Okay, sir.
So somebody can still be TikTok. Anybody? Ellie, Mama, thank you so much. Thank you. Make I blow trumpet for you. Today na first time I go see you, Mama. Ellie from TikTok, you dey there? Make we hear your voice, Mama. LM. Make we hear your voice, Mama, if you there.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Mama. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate this.
Thank you for having me. Yes, this is my first time, so I was just here listening, taking in.
Oh, okay. So where are you streaming from?
The States.
All right. Nice meeting you. I know I know you on different platform, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was overdue for me to come to your platform.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I will guide all of you how you can go to your local authority to go and ask questions. You need to start holding them accountable.
In the chamber, sometimes I'm not in education, employment, or training. I'll go to the second one first, if you don't mind. And that is actually a success involved in that should be congratulated.
This person also asks questions, the counselor. Listen to what he asks.
To the other table, I'm afraid that's not the same. I'm afraid that to me, although the mayor has spoken on it earlier, for me it's an area of grave concern.
Can you on TikTok hear? Say yes. Those of you on Zoom, can you hear? Type yes, you can hear on Zoom. Because when they make that profit,
what happened? It's okay, now sit down.
Sorry, I need to attend to my son. 1 minute. What happened to him? He was sleeping. Was he sleeping?
Is he sleeping? Mm-hmm.
So when he was sleeping, what happened?
So I tried giving him his medicine.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't like doing it. And then when he finally did it, he started coughing.
He tried what?
Coughing. Well, I'm waking up because of food. That's what I was trying. Well, that's what he did when I gave him water. He coughed
Sorry for that. You know, it's about children first, so I have to make sure. Yeah. So this is one of the counselor. May he so rest in peace. He asked the question in 2019. because the 300 million pounds these guys are making is after expenses. You know how much they are already spending. And what happened is this: when they spend that money finish, every year they are trying to get more money. So they need to get more cases when it is not needed. There are a lot of cases that will have closed at child in need. They will not even consider child protection. They will not consider PLO. They will just go straight, let's meet in court. And each lawyer will get minimum of £25,000. And they can still ask for more, up to £100,000. They will get lawyer for father, lawyer for mother, lawyer for children, lawyer for local authority. Billions of government just gave them £2.5 billion recently. This is a billion, not million. No. So, and these are the parents that they cannot even give them £20 child benefit. They cannot support them if they need anything. And many parents have lost their job just because social services get involved in their life. They lost their COS, and the children are, what are they going to depend on? All of them will go back now after they've put everything into it. So the prevention is better than cure. If you want to register for that authentic parenting course, please, on our TikTok biograph, you see how to get our website there, or you search for Save My website, or you should get our WhatsApp number. You should send a direct message to send you the link to register for the course. Just listening to the man talking.
We have too many children in care.
Too many children in care. That's what he said.
It now costs the council approximately, or approaching, a third of its full budget. And that, in my figuring, works out round about £37 million a year. And I think the people that...
£37 million a year. That was 2019, no? It's more than that now. As of 2019, £37 million per year. When it is not needed, though, and the same children will come back destroyed.
Now, need to know that it's a really staggering amount of money, you know, and I think really what I would like to see, and I don't think the mayor's on with this, is we need to investigate the root causes of this and how we can sort this out, because the council really, we can't do anything else because we're spending all our money in children in care. We can't do other things which are needed to be done. So if you can, and your team, can you please look at this and see if we can sort it out? Thank you, Chair.
That is what we are calling for. Independent investigation of children in care and how much is costing them and what support are they providing for families rather than taking children into care. Because who are the business owner? Who are the business owner that you are taking children for? So listen to the question I asked them in council.
Right, we're down now to agenda item 5.
Those of you in Durham, those of you in Liverpool, Hall, if you listen carefully, you will understand why I asked this question. And this question was asked 9th of October 2019. That was when I asked the question. And consider what is happening to your children in 2024, 2025 is exactly the same thing.
Which is questions submitted by a member of the public to Mr. Preston, which are right, there's a question from dearie me, Olekian Odeidi.
Look at how he pronounced my name. Oh. Can you hear the way he pronounced the name? Who can pronounce it the way he pronounced the name? Did you hear the name?
Odedeyi.
Is that what you heard him said?
Yes.
You know my name. Is that what? So they cannot even take a time to learn how to pronounce that word alone, your name. But they will be telling you that you did PhD, you don't know English. You don't know the way the law. You don't know they are this, you don't know they are that. But we are doing everything to satisfy them. Name alone, they cannot pronounce name. And it is their word.
Sorry, thank you, Chair. Just before you start, you've got any specific question, be no supplementary questions, and you cannot ask another question after you've asked your initial one.
That is perfect, Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm Olale Kondede. My question goes to the mayor, please. Has the mayor's office considered?
All of you have elected mayor in your area, in your council. You need to ask this question. If you did not get the question clearly, come back to me. But I have to ask you, send what you get so that I will know whether you got the question clearly or not. So be listening attentively. I know you can go back to the YouTube and watch it again anyway.
An independent investigation into the use of public precious resources to identify how much Middlesbrough Council has spent on look after children, holiday, and gifts in the last 3 years.
How much they have spent for buying gifts, for taking children on holiday,
and how much it has spent on supporting families to ensure that the children stay with their families.
Hi, thank you for that. We have loads of kids in care. That's a function of a really complex mix of issues, including impoverished communities, unemployment, drug addiction, and a whole host of
drug addictions, unemployment. That was not the reason why they took our own children. No. This is none of this is from our community. Now, so they need to investigate. Daddy beat me, mommy beat me, when it's not even proven. These are the reasons they took our children. No. But now they will be mugging it up that it's a drug addict, unemployment, poverty.
And the cost of that is absolutely colossal. We are working really hard to streamline that as best we can to free up money to do other things and help other people.
How much? We are asking you how much. We don't ask story. How much do you use to buy gifts? To buy the heart of these children, to make their parents, to make the children look as if their parents are poor.
Clearly, our priority is vulnerable people, especially children. The specific answer to your question is 1.44 million. That's what we spent.
1.44 million pounds to buy gifts to take children on holiday.
Reduced. We are looking at that really carefully right now. I've spent many hours this week with the chief exec, going over numbers, trying to understand them. I'm pretty ill-prepared for this meeting. Some people might be pleased to hear. And part of that has been so busy with a range of other things. But the specific answer is to 1.44 million. There is a bunch of criticism around at the moment of our Children's Services Department.
Is this a bunch of criticism? Answer us. See how arrogant they could be. Because you are speaking up, they are calling it a bunch of criticism. When there are reports out there that they are poor, inadequate in all areas. People are speaking the truth. This one has even answering. How about Yoruba social workers that are attacking us everywhere, harassing us, bullying us?
And is some of it justified? I honestly don't know. But I do honestly know that these people work so hard. And
I beg you, how many of them are liars, criminals, storytellers? Parents, are they not buying your children iPhone 14? They will tell you that, oh, parents are also buying gifts now. It's just like a Christmas gift. It's just like a birthday gift. These children did not do anything special. Oh. They were just buying them. There's a parent that said they gave the child 250 pounds just to go and do shopping, to buy clothes within 1 week. How many parents can afford that? And that child will come back with names of brands of wares that you have never experienced or heard about in your whole entire life. This is genocide. And we said it to a local authority in Stockport. The Yoruba social worker Dami went to go and write in a report that advocate is making their work difficult for them. Now, parents, tell us, why are we making their work difficult, or are we exposing them? Which of the two? Take a mic. make I read them for you. Waiting they talk. They say since advocate gets involved, they are making their work difficult. Those of you on Zoom, anybody want to speak? Are they, is it not that they are now ashamed? They are fearful because we are exposing them. So those of you on TikTok, on Zoom, do you want to
Yes, sir.
contribute?
I want to say something.
Go
You,
ahead.
advocates are really exposing them, to be honest with you. During the Christmas, my son was given £250. And when we had contact this January, I saw him. He came with this smartwatch that I've not even used before, that is connected to his phone. He was bragging that he bought it £160. I'll be £146 that has it came with iPod. Me as a mother, I've not even used that. I've not used smartwatch that is connected to my phone. So all these luxuries, I don't know. I'm so afraid. By the grace of God, if these children return back home, we are just new here. We are managing. I don't know how we are going to cope with these luxuries. I don't know. He was telling me that he has the app that he is using to buy things online, which he has never been exposed to. Imagine a 12-year-old child handing £250, shopping whatever he wants. It's really heartbreaking.
So we need to start spreading the word now, telling the whole world what family are passing through. What family are passing through.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to touch on the issue of these social workers. They really know that, like, I will almost say it's just like, to them, it's like we are coming to challenge them. Because I remembered in my own case, when I told my social worker that my advocate is going to be coming up, the first thing she said was, this is a physical meeting. We don't need any form of this thing. This is a physical. I was surprised when the meeting eventually started that there are other people that came on virtual online. So you were like telling me this is a physical meeting, we don't do links and all of that, without knowing there are other people that are coming online. So it's to them, it's like they know. And there was a question you asked a social worker then, that you asked them that, is this the right thing to do? This is like making the local this thing government spend unnecessary money. And she was like, and that's not what we are talking. She was so defensive because they know that we are nailing, like you are going to the head of we are nailing it. So it's just like a challenge to them, I'm sure. So they don't want any form of challenge. They don't want, when someone is about to expose them, or it's like rigorous for them, because you are making them say what they don't even want people to see and all of that.
Led this service together for
in one classroom.
Anyway, let's listen to another case study now.
The head teacher was there. They want somebody from
Sutherland City Council.
Can you hear? Yes, wait to somebody is asking a question. Can we protest against these people? Yes, we can protest, and we are even planning to meet on the 22nd of February in Manchester to put a plan together as parent-led movement advocacy network to launch it in Manchester. But we are still thinking if you can go ahead with it, and planning that on the 25th we should move to London at the Nigeria High Commission House Embassy. Do we have a Durham there? Do you want to say what the High Commission says and what the NITCOM said about involving? We are still thinking of, we will talk about location shortly. We will release it if you are coming. Because if Nigerian social worker, Yoruba social worker are going against our children and family, we believe Nigerian in diaspora, or what's it called them, or Nigerian High Commission should be able to help. And we've seen a lot of parents. In fact, let me share what one parent said, what they told one parent. Let me see if I can see it here. before another person will share our own story. So you need to read what Nigerian embassy says. So those of you on TikTok, somebody will read for you. So, but if you go to our YouTube channel, you will watch it and you read it. You will capture it very well, so that you can send it to Nigerian High Commission. Is this what they said truly? And you can also ask NITCOM, is this what they are saying about Nigerian children? They don't care about them or what? So let me share what Nigerian Commission sent to somebody in December 2024, just a few months ago. So somebody on Zoom, can you read that? Somebody on Zoom, can you read that?
Let me see. From Consular Education and Welfare. I am directed to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 26th November 2024 on the above subject, and to inform that the mission has no authority to interfere in court litigation or with the domestic laws of the United Kingdom. However, mission may attend court hearing in observer capacity if invited. Consequently, you are advised to engage the services of a lawyer, preferably Nigerian, to help on the case. Warm regard.
Now, you that read it, was there not all this information in the court bundle that they always
Yes.
send to Nigerian Commission to invite them? But now they're saying
Yes,
they are invited. Which one have they invited so far? And why are they not invited?
that's what they always do. They will say
So
they
you
invite them.
reading this now. You reading this now. What do you feel about Nigerian High Commission now? And what do you want them to do? We need to ask you. What do you want? What do you think they will have helped? What do you think they will have done in this situation? So that they will hear this video. This video needs to get to them. Is it truly that is what they sent as Nigerian Commission? We need to know.
I'm not.
And I will ask you.
I don't think they are sending them those bundles, because if they're actually sending them those bundles, I see no reason why Nigeria Commission will come out to. So I feel they just put it there for us to see that our people are not.
I beg to object. They do send them. They do.
They did not just.
They do send it to them.
They did not just put it there. I've got copies of letters.
Yes, they do send it to them.
Even there's one.
And
they said this child is going to be adopted, so they need to come. Even if they cannot get lawyer, they will provide lawyer for the High Commission. So this is what back, and it might be one of the children that the Yoruba social worker said she has removed. So we need to ask that Yoruba social worker, our local authority, how many children that she has actually removed, and she must list out all the 10. It is time to investigate. So any other person that the local authority or the court said they have informed the Nigerian High Commission, have they attended? Let us hear from you. Tell us, because this is one of the consular services.
From NITCOM, they said they don't deal with anything that has to do with children and social services matters, Nigerian children. They said they don't deal with it. That's what NITCOM said.
What is? Can you tell us the full meaning of NITCOM?
Nigerians in diaspora communication something.
Nigerian diaspora.
And they are aware of 50 children cases.
Yes.
Yes, and they are aware of children cases, so they do send them the bundle.
They are aware of it, but they said they are not involved in any children matter. Are the children of Nigerians national, not a national of Nigerian? So if they are not, so it is the matter of Bemi Badinok. It's a matter of Bemi Badinok. They cannot deal with the matter of children of today, future of tomorrow. This video needs to go viral so that they'll be able to do a press release as well, whether it is true and why did they say that and what are they going to do if they actually have 50 cases or are aware of 50 cases and they did nothing. Those of you on TikTok, they said they no fit talk about your Nigerian children. No, they know they talk about children matter. That's why we said this topic we are talking about, this area of work we are doing, is a very sensitive work. It requires total honest dedication, commitment. Yet some people are bullying us, harassing us, trying to pull the work down, telling us, oh, we should come and get fat from them. Do they know fat? Is it not lies they've got? Somebody say, can I say something? Yes, you can say something. No, please say something. No, we want to hear from all of you. This is because we are not hearing from you. That's why we want to go and treat another case study, low. Or mute yourself if you want to say something. So make sure this video go viral. iPhone, or mute yourself.
Can I say something, sir?
Or mute
Please don't.
yourself.
Bonnie,
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Who want to say?
Yeah, I want to speak.
Yeah, I think one woman wants to say something first before you go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, I want to say it's me.
Go ahead.
I just remember that when my own issue came up, that trauma, that week, immediately I wrote to Nigeria High Commission, and then they replied me. This whole thing happened July, but my own reply came in November, stating that they have received my petition, that the matter at hand is a serious one, that they are going to help, blah blah blah, and they gave me their email address to follow up, of which I've even sent them messages, and up to now I haven't heard from them. So
Can you forward the email you sent to them and their response to me tonight, please?
Okay, I will look for the response, the email, then I will send you the response tonight.
All right.
Yes.
iPhone, go ahead.
Okay,
So
what I want to say about
TikTok,
the
on YouTube, if you know the Nigeria High Commission contact, if you know the NITCOM contact, Abike Dabiri, please share this video with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say about the
iPhone,
Nigerian High Commission and all the top authorities is that this is a worldwide crime that is being done at the top level. Even in the United Kingdom, when you report to the parliament, they will say they are independent of the judiciary, which is just not supposed to be said. So this is a human right abuse. Everybody should put hand if anybody human right is being abused, is being breached, because we are talking of human rights of children, and then NIDCOM or Nigeria and Commission should not say that they are independent or they don't want to interfere with Nigeria, with UK law, because even the family court, they are disobeying their UK law. You understand? The social worker, they are disregarding the laid down law according to Children Act 1989, which stated that children should be with their parents and to be supported by their parents first before to take them to court. You understand? So they are abusing their own law themselves. So and then when you report to the parliament, they say they are independent. They should not be independent. Nobody, no organization should be independent where your human right is being breached. That is just what I want to add to it.
Now, somebody put it there that Bomo is condemned in our culture. What they're actually doing is actually against the UK law and European law. Now, is there any difference between Boko Haram and this issue that is happening?
Yeah, the only difference is that they legalize their own. They use the family court to make it legal.
Okay. So we need to start speaking up. So those of you that your court or your lawyer have told you that they have informed the Nigeria High Commission, and also Durham, I think in your recent letter today, they said they have asked Nigeria Commission to attend. Let's see Whether if they see this video now, they will start attending. Enough is enough. Let's listen to this another Sunderland case study.
You'll be seeing their family workers, social workers from this aspect. So please, let's come closer. The system is getting more money. If you don't know, those of you that you watch the UK government education committee inquiry held on the 27th February, yes, at 10 a.m., you will see that there's a matter of concern. They target children services in crisis. Why are we spending more money? The government recently billed 19 local authorities from being bankrupt with £2.5 billion. And this money will be spent. And this money are not even spent on the children. They remove from their birth parents. And no one is investigating who are those people profiting from this money. Because you have seen the local authority that they said they are being bankrupt. They said children care homes are holding them hostage. When these care homes are making £300 million profit and nobody is questioning them. So we don't want to waste much of your time. Our guest for today, please take a mic.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'll be telling my stories about my encounter with the social care service in Sunderland. I have 2 children, both boys, and they go to the same school. So we came to the UK in 2022, and about 18 months after we moved to the UK, I was at work that day, and I got a call that my husband and I should come for a mandatory meeting with the head teacher of my children's school. And it was just surprising because my children have been going to the school for months and they've not had any issues, no problems with the school at all, aside from the normal problems that the teachers will ring and say, oh, your child did this, your child did that. There was no major issues prior to them. And I tried to find out from the school what the issues would be because I was at work. And the person was kind of rude and was like, oh, it's a mandatory meeting, but I have to be there. I said, okay, and I took permission from work and I went to the meeting with my husband. Before I got to the school, I got another call from somebody who said she is a social worker and she was just calling to let me know that my children have made some disclosures, and so they were referred to social service. They didn't tell me what the disclosure was. So when I got to the school, I saw the head teachers. They were already closed by then, and they kept the children in one classroom. The head teacher was there. Somebody from one social worker was there. So they just started like, oh, that the children have made some disclosures that we used to punish them and tell them to stand against the wall with their nose touching the wall and their feet touching the wall, and that we used to beat them up when they do bad things. So as a parent now, I was just shocked, like, okay, how did this come about? Everything was fine when I was giving that money to work. There was no issues at all. So what happened that they started making those disclosures? And they were like, my son, the eldest one, went to meet a new teacher who just got back from maternity leave and started talking to her. And then I'm a healthcare personnel, so I was like, that's surprising because normally children, they only talk to people who they are close and familiar with. You can't tell me that my son will just go and start talking to a new teacher he doesn't know, somebody that just got back from maternity leave, doesn't know this teacher at all, and started telling her things. And then they said coincidentally, at that same day, the same time, the second one was I think it was in nursery then. They said he was behaving, he was just crying and not listening. And so they took that one to a room and locked the door and started asking that one question. And that one made some disclosures again that corroborated what the elder brother said. So they started asking us, so what do you do? Do you punish them? I said, just the normal, go to the naughty corner to stand when they do something bad, and it's just for a short while. Nobody flogs them, nobody beats them or hits them with anything. And so they gave me, the social worker and I said she would like to go and speak to the children alone. I said, no, I can't allow you to speak to my children alone. You can speak with them quite all right, but I would like to be there when you're speaking with them. And so she went, she talked to them. They didn't say anything. They didn't make any further disclosures. They did not say anything relating to what the head teacher said they told her. And when she came out from speaking with them, she said that my son was scared of me because I was there, and that she feels if I wasn't there, he would have said more. That's the elder brother. And so she would like to speak with him alone. She gave me some forms again to sign. I was like, I'm not going to sign this form now until I know what's actually going to happen. And then she went ahead to tell me that they were going to do a strategic meeting the next day to investigate what's happening. I said, okay, fine, no problem. So we went home with the kids. I'm sure they did their meeting the next day. Because I didn't allow her to speak with the children alone, she must have gone to invoke whatever right or powers that she invoked. She went to the school the next day with police to speak with the children. They didn't tell me, because when my son got back from school that day, she was not telling me that, mommy, a police officer came and spoke with me. So that evening of the next day, the social worker came to the house again. So sorry, I missed something. So that very day, that the very first meeting with the social worker, while we were talking about the disclosure that the children made, she said that she worked with a Nigerian family before, and the Nigerian family, they were beating their children. So I had to tell her, why are you bringing...
She might not even work with Nigerian family. Whether not this kind Yoruba, Dami and Co, that they go tell them something in their office on the name of gisting, the name of taking, they know their job.
In the Nigerian family you've worked it before. This is a different family, different case. Why are you bringing that up? Because it's not something like she was kind of stereotyping things, and so because you worked with a Nigerian family that were beating their children, so this one must also be beating their children as well. So she apologized then. The next day when she came to the house, she told me the conclusion from the strategic meeting, and that they were going to go further to investigate. She would be coming to the house, and they would, I don't know what she called it, but there was a word she called it, and then she would make a report after 10 days. And then she made a statement that, again, was concerning for me. Immediately she knew my profession. So my husband and I were both doctors. So immediately she knew. The next thing she said was, oh, she knows that in some countries, professionals take bribe.
These are doctors, so if you think, say, you be health worker, you be boss, nobody feel near you, or you be professor, you be anything, they don't care. They don't care. These are GPs, doctors. Here in UK, don't be saying now only Nigeria, they practice here.
My mind, I was like, this woman is obviously, she's just already prejudiced and she knows what she's doing. And then I decided I was not going to talk to her.
Because it's a British or white person, you can easily say it's a prejudice. But if now you're Yoruba person, what you go call that one? You call that one prejudice, or you could call that one discrimination? Take a mic. Anybody want to respond? This is the reason why they are sending your own people now, so that you will not see it as, oh, prejudice.
Alone again without somebody else being there. So I think that was when, as God will have it, the disclosure that the children made. She said that she worked with a Nigerian family before, and the Nigerian family, they were beating their children. So I had to tell her, why are you bringing the Nigerian family you worked with before? This is a different family, different case. Why are you bringing that up? Because it's not something like she was kind of stereotyping things, and so because you worked with the Nigerian family that were beating their children, so this one must also be beating their children as well. So she apologized then. The next day when she came to the house, she told me the conclusion from the strategic meeting, and that they were going to go further to investigate. She would be coming to the house, and they would, I don't know what she called it, but there was a word she called it, and then she will make a report after 10 days. And then she made a statement that, again, was concerning for me. Immediately she knew my profession. So my husband and I were both doctors. So immediately she knew. The next thing she said was, oh, she knows that in some countries professionals take bribe. In my mind, I was like, this woman is obviously, she's just already prejudiced and she knows what she's doing. And then I decided I was not going to talk to her alone again without somebody else being there. So I think that was when, as God will have it, somebody gave me the contact of Save the Woman Foundation, and I filled the consent form, drafted a letter, and when she came the next day, I gave her the letter, and Mr. Laliko was so very nice. He was having meetings with us almost every day. In fact, I was calling him almost every day because so many things were running through my mind, the implications for me, implications for my children, implications for my job, and we're on a visa and, that sort of thing. And so during the third meeting that she came to the house, I gave her, she said she wanted to speak with my husband and I separately, to speak with us separately. So I gave her the letter that, I now have an advocate representing me. I could see that there was a way she just behaved when I gave her the letter. And then we had the meeting. Mr. Naliko was there online for the meeting. She talked, and then after that, she spoke with my husband, and then she left. So we're now counting down days, waiting for the 10 days to be complete. During that time, she was also going to the school to speak with the children at all as well, without permission from either me or my husband. She was just doing her own thing. And after the 10 days, or 12 days rather, she called me and said, oh, they've had the discussion and the meetings, and they've decided to step it down to child in need. But she now asked me that when the police officer went to the school, the children did not disclose anything again. The only person that they told that they used to punish them or beat them at home was the ex-teacher. They did not repeat that to the police officer. They did not repeat that to her. So she then asked me whether my children are children that normally tell lies. I didn't know what to tell her then at that point, because there was no way I could respond. If I say, oh yes, they tell lies, that means there's something there. If I say no, they don't tell lies, now it's not a yes or no answer. It was just I just felt it was something like she was using to trick me. So the only thing that came to my mind was, I don't know what happened, but from whatever you said, the only person that they've made those disclosure to is the ex-teacher, and I don't know what happened when they were there with her. So I can't say what happened. So that was how she closed the case. And when she now said, because they've stepped down to child in need, they would like to continue working with us, the family, to find out why the children said what they said. Mr. Alika had already told me then that the child in need aspect of it is with consent. So if I don't agree, I'm not going to go forward. But the way she put it across to me was sounding like it was something I didn't have a choice. So because I knew that I had a choice, I told her no, that we don't need them to continue with their work. I will get over whatever it is on our own as a family. And that was how they closed the case. And after they closed the case, Mr. Laleko advised that we should request for subject access request to get, so that to find out what actually happened in the school and to get proceeding of all the meetings with the police and everything. So this whole thing started in August last year. So we filed an application to get for the subject access request. Usually this is something that should take about 4 weeks for them to give. Can you believe we just got the reports last week? And it had about, it was like a textbook, over 100 pages that they sent. And when I was going through it, I just felt bad in me because the lies, the way they painted me as this terrible mother that the children were scared of. They said I was locking my children inside a dark room and beating them up. Even if I don't have anything to do with my life, I must really be a mad person for me to be locking up children that are 6 and 4 years old inside a dark room and be beating them up every.
Bukumi, can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear.
So,
okay. So many lies about me. Even the head teacher, that one, she said so many things about me. And I'm just thinking, how could human beings just sit down and write those kind of things and say those kind of things? Because it was obvious they already planned out what they wanted to do. They already knew what they were going to. And when I was reading it, the old report was, I was just reading them date by date. Okay, this date what happened, this date what happened. And there was a remarkable change from the date I gave them the letter, tell them that I have an advocate now. The tone of what they were writing just changed from that.
can you now see from this testimony that social worker, Yoruba social worker, is a liar? That means I wrote something to the Stockport court.
States until they closed it. So I don't know what would have happened. I think we would have still been on this matter if God had not intervened and we didn't involve Mr. Olaleko in Save the Woman Foundation in the whole thing. And after everything that happened, I've just decided to pick up the lessons from it, learn them, and move on from it. And so many lessons to learn. And because most of us, the reason we come here is for our children, to give them a better life. We're here to make money. So we tend to fall into the trap a lot more, and it's easier for us to fall into the traps. So the lessons I've learned from this whole thing is to make out time to be with the children. Let them see you as a friend and be able to talk to you. So that no matter where they go to, no matter how they probe them or how they question them, they would always know that, okay, my mommy or my daddy loves me. Let there be no doubt in the mind of your children that you love them and you care for them. That's number one. Then number two, again, because we are here to make money, most of us, we don't have time for the kids. We don't have time to do school runs. We don't have time to do pick up and drop off. But please make out time to do that. Because I'm just imagining what would have happened or what they would write if that initial time they had called me, oh, come for this meeting at so time. And I'm like, no, I can't come, I'm at work. And I ignored the meeting.
that would have caused more problems for me. So in cases like that, always make out time. Take permission from work. You have an emergency. Work can wait. And go for that meeting. Go for the parents' meeting. Speak to the teachers. Let the teachers know you. You see those the school pick up and drop up, when you see those people that are dropping off their children and they are hugging and kissing them. I know we are not used to that. Our background and our culture, that's not how we were brought up. But please, exaggerate it when you go to drop your children at school. That's all. That kisses, that goodbye. Exaggerate it so that the teachers will see you doing it. Because those are the little things they pick out. And they make their conclusions based on their bias and say, these children are not showing them love. It must be like that. These children are scared of the parents and things like that. And then seek help early. Because if I hadn't spoken up or asked people and tell people, see what I'm going through, I wouldn't have gotten any contact of Save the Woman Foundation. And I've just been dealing with the thing myself, not knowing that there's no right, you can't come out right with a clean slate with these people. They can trap or dig a grave for you, and then you just go and fall into that hole. But if you have the right support, the right people guiding and directing you, if troubles like this happen, you won't make any mistakes, and it will not be a case of their words against your own when they're writing whatever reports that they're writing, because there will be a third party there who was unbiased listening in and can say, no, this did not happen this way. It wasn't like this. That's my own conclusion, and I thank Save the Woman Foundation. What they're doing is a very selfless thing, and it's God bless Save the Woman. God bless all the staff of Save the Woman. People don't know what you are doing for families and how you are helping families and helping children. God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. So, what next? If you have any Nigerian African social worker and you wish to share your experience, please reach out to us and we'll be glad to welcome you to the platform. It is the time we need to start educating and enlightening our people. Okay, you two got response from NITCOM. Oh, that's fine. Did you get response from Nigeria High Commission as well? No problem. So, those of you on Zoom, on TikTok, anybody take a mic? And if not, we will round up. People are waiting on YouTube as well. So, any contribution, anything to say before we round up? Because the YouTube needs to be active. So, if you want to say something, let us know. But if nothing, again, I have to end the YouTube and we can just be laughing, dancing on TikTok. We'll be listening to music. And if anybody has treasure balls, they can be throwing their treasure balls. Any contribution from Zoom again? Anybody from? Okay, nothing for now. Naya, thank you for joining. This is another matter from NITCOM. Let's get another response from NITCOM. Let's get another response from NITCOM. I will not put the name, Sha. From NITCOM. Head of legal. This one is even head of legal from NITCOM. We need to start publicizing this so that they will tell us if not true. So Nigerian children can suffer alone. They should not suffer in vain. No. Nigerian children, no. Never, no, in October. Another response from NITCOM from October. Response from Nigeria High Commission November. December. Just imagine. Maybe Vanguard can take this one. Anybody that has press number, please, maybe you should share this video with them so that they will see the they will see the email and confirm from NITCOM. If they see the email, they should be able to get a response, a reaction from NITCOM. They should be able to get a response from NITCOM. Anybody that know any blogger, anybody that know anybody? Oh, Durham police, help us to read this response from NITCOM. Help us to read this response from NITCOM and response from Nigerian High Commission. Can you see it? Those of you on YouTube, can you see it? Are we still there on Zoom? Are people still there on Zoom?
It's still loading.
Can you hear me on Zoom? Like say people know
Yes,
they
sir.
Zoom again. No?
Yes, sir. We are here.
Yes,
We are
we
here.
can
We're
hear you.
hearing you.
Hello.
We are hearing you, sir.
People know they Zoom again. Hello, all Liverpool. Are you all there?
We are here, sir.
Yes,
We are
sir,
here,
we are
sir.
here.
And I no hear me, and I no say anything.
We
And
don't
I
talk.
on a bad me for year, right?
We know
No, it's
fit.
not like that. We are
Those
not
of
alone.
those of you on YouTube, comment. Those of you on TikTok, if you can hear people on Zoom, comment if you can hear them. Say yes. Those of you on YouTube, say yes if you can hear them. Can you? Those of you on Zoom, can you see the screenshots?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this? Can somebody read that? That is from NITCOM. After you read the NITCOM, you read from a High Commission, so that those of you that you have a blogger, you have a journalist, they can see that portion of video and ask embassy and NITCOM to respond and react to that. These are the children suffering. Thank God the NITCOM said they have about 50 children cases. But now another person said they cannot deal with children cases matter. Which one are we saying? Conflicting themselves. So somebody read that for us, I beg.
I am directed by the
Is
chairman.
anybody reading that?
Let me read it. I am directed by the chairman, CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NITCOM, to acknowledge receipt of your email dated 11th October 2024 on the above subject, and to inform you that the Commission empathizes with you. We understand that this situation can be difficult and urge you to stay resolute. I am further directed to inform you that from the facts stated in your petition, it is a consular matter and your petition is being forwarded to the Director, Consular and Legal Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, as well as the Nigeria High Commission in London to act as necessary. You can follow up on your petition by contacting him via with the email address there. Please accept the assurance of the Commission's best regards. Ian Esquire, Acting Head of Leg, Chairman, CEO of the Commission.
Now, this is commission, but this is a message from consular in another family. This is another family. Oh. Can somebody read this one as well? You can read it too. Your voice sound good. People can hear you.
Okay. I am directed to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 26 November 2024 on the above subject, and to inform that the mission has no authority to interfere in court litigations or with the domestic laws of the United Kingdom. However, mission may attend court hearing in observer capacity if invited. Consequently, you are advised to engage the services of a lawyer, preferably Nigeria, to help on the case. Warm regards.
So what are we saying now? Have you all seen everything now?
So he has they abandoned them now, because how can you say we should get a lawyer that is from Nigeria and you are there that can assist? So I don't understand. Who are you sending
They're
us?
just figurehead.
They said
They are advising you, advising us to get a lawyer, preferably a Nigerian lawyer, even giving us option to pick a Nigerian lawyer. And we went to them for help. Instead of them to render the help, they are now advising us to go and look for our own personal lawyer. What is this? This is the height of betrayal. They are even betraying us. That's why these people are actually playing with us, using us, doing us whatever they feel like they can do to us. We don't have say just because of our color. I don't understand, to be honest, because if I don't think this thing can happen to a Russian citizen, not even a Chinese citizen.
Even the
What is
Romania.
happening to us, it can't happen to them. But because they know that Nigeria is a fake country, that's why they are doing all of this. Because of what they are doing. That's the truth.
Hey, this one will sound funny.
Because this matter is now becoming seriously.
I have
I've got
somebody I'm
another
working.
message I want to share. If somebody wants to talk, continue.
Okay. I have a colleague in my place of work who is from
Go ahead.
Turkey. She's from Turkey. When I told her about my situation, she was like, I don't understand. They can't even try that with them. She was telling me that's the first time she's hearing about social services. Somebody that has been staying in the UK for how long? Her first child is 25 years. She's telling me this is her first time she's hearing about social services in the UK. So you can imagine. But every black that is coming here, as long as you are from Africa, the first thing you hear is don't travel with your children. Don't travel with your children, because these social services people, they are just like hawk. They're after shit. To be honest, they don't, once they see a new face in school,
They're just like hawk.
They are hawk. That's what they do. They are hawk.
Now, those of you that you said you don't know whether they are actually writing to them. Let me show you a letter. 3 letters. On one case, so on one case. 3 letters on one case. No, they are writing to them that we need you to come and support this family. Nobody is coming forward.
Even though the social worker, they will know that there is no one to support them, so they can.
Can you see this one? 4 February. Can you see it?
It's still loading.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
You see, 4 February. Shall you see? To where? Where do they address it to?
High Commission.
High Commission of Nigeria.
Yes.
Which they asked them. The matter was considered. I'm not liberal. The parents are all Nigerian national. The mother has a student visa. Made application for interim care order. Now, I may seek assistance with information relation to parents and other available data. At the hearing, the order was made. Look at the order that was made. Can you see the order? Can you read it?
Yes.
At the hearing.
The local authority.
Yeah.
The local authority.
Go ahead.
The local authority shall inform the Nigeria Embassy by 11 February 2022 of the proceedings regarding children who are Nigerian nationals and invite same to offer consular assistance to the parents. Nigeria is a member.
Imagine. They are the one that are even telling them what they need to do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nigeria is not a member of the Hill Convention. The Nigeria Embassy shall be invited to confirm if it wish to play any role in the proceeding and to confirm same in writing to the local authority by 4 p.m. on 25th February 2022. I look forward to hearing from you by the 25th February if you do indeed wish to become involved in the proceeding. Otherwise, I invite you to contact the parents to offer any such assistance as you deem appropriate. If I do not hear from you, I will assume that you do not wish to be involved in these proceedings. I confirm the contact details of the parents to be as follows. Wow.
Now, I
I
mean, we
am
move
not.
on from there
I,
because of
I know, I understand.
speciality. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, imagine now that even say they, even if they do, even if they do, even if they don't want to, even if they don't want to come to court, they should contact the parents to support them. But
Yeah.
they did not care to do that. And this is people that will be getting budget, say they are supporting Nigerians in diaspora. So when they did not hear from them, this another is this one loading again. You know that one is
Yeah.
February. This is 1st of June
Yes.
again. Same year. Did you see 1st of June?
Yes.
Now that's 1st of June. I will scroll down again. Now read this place. I
The
write
top
to
part.
advise. Read it.
I write to advise you that since I last wrote, the parents have had a baby born on 26
They
May.
had another baby.
Yeah.
That was the baby we collected. Another
Born on 26 May 2022. Sheffield City Council issued an application for an interim care order, and same was made on 26 May 2022. The proceedings are not yet consolidated, so the case in relation to EGD has a different case number. The proceedings are in Sheffield Family Hearing Center, and the next hearing is on 8th of June 2022. I am not at liberty to disclose the case paper to you or to provide more information about the case at this stage. Within the order of 26 May 2022 in relation to MD and GD, it was recorded that local authority should write to you again and invite you to respond to the queries already raised. All three children are in the care of the local authority. I seek assistance in relation to previous proceedings in Nigeria in relation to the child 21 February 14 specifically.
Let's just scroll. Let's just scroll.
Wow.
Now look at it again.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward.
Okay.
No, before. No, from I am obliged once again.
Okay. I am obliged once again to ask if you would like to participate in the current proceedings in the Sheffield Family Hearing Center. I would assist you by filing any such application on your behalf. The case in respect of the younger children is twin track, and therefore adoption is a possible outcome for the younger children. I look forward.
Imagine this is children they want to adopt. If not because if Juma come in and we got children back, they were not able to adopt them.
Jesus, God,
if you have not come to rescue them, they would have adopted these children.
My heart, God.
Now they reiterate it again that they should contact the parents if they don't want to. Look at it. I look forward to hearing from you again. Bye.
I look forward to hearing from you by the 7th June 2022. Ahead the next hearing, if you do indeed wish to become involved in the proceedings and so reply to my specific request regarding disclosure. Otherwise, I invite you to contact the parent to offer any such assistance as you deem appropriate. If I do not hear from you, I will assume that you do not wish to be involved in this proceeding. I confirm the parents
That
have
is
recently.
Is this one family? This is one family. Let me show you another third letter. Still on one family.
I have all these. I think I have all
and
this
they
in
turn
the court hearing bundle as well.
One
because they
family,
always
if you get our beg, make we get copies. Because
the one
it's
I'm always
because
seeing is they always ask what's the position of the Nigeria High Commission. So I don't really see the application proper. The only thing I see is they will only ask question, have they been notified? Local
yeah,
authority will say yes.
if they notify them, they did not turn up, what would they do? Look at it. Another date is this one. This is another date, 28th June.
Same shellfish. Wow.
It's one family now. And we got the two children back, but the one child needs that happen might be still be in mental health hospital. We don't know.
Okay. So I should start from the first paragraph. I write to advise you.
No, I'm just
okay.
Go ahead, read.
From
No, yeah.
I am obliged.
I'm obliged.
Okay. I am obliged once again to ask if you would like to participate in the current proceeding in Sheffield Family Hearing Center. I would assist you by filing any such application on your behalf. The case in respect of the younger children is twin track, and therefore adoption is a possible outcome for the younger children. I look forward to hearing from you within 14 days. I will invite you to contact the parent to offer any such assistance as you deem appropriate. If I do not hear from you, I will assume that you do not wish to be involved in this case. I confirm the parents have recently moved. I provide the contact details for the parents. Please note that both parents have legal advice in the proceeding and have been represented at all hearings. I am most grateful for your assistance in this matter. Please make any contact by email address shown above. They are even begging them to come over. Jesus.
Even if they cannot come, they should contact the parent to support them.
To support
it is
them.
not even you parent. It's not even the parent that's supposed to be calling them. It is the parent that is writing. And now, local authority is writing. Just imagine. So, anybody that has contact of any journalist, any Nigerian need come, any commission, make we know what they feel do, because we have done enough, and now they are attacking us from our community. Not even these people. So, and that's why if you ask parents to make donations, they will be struggling to say they can. If it's limit to what we can do, there's a limit to what we can do. Nobody is funding us, so those of you on YouTube, we will be rounding up now. If nobody's have anything to say on TikTok, they like to just the dull. Look at it. Few people stay. But if we are dancing now, a lot of people will come on board, which is fine. So should we end it? Maybe if you end the Zoom now, if there's nobody on Zoom to talk, so that you can join us on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, should we end the Zoom now?
So I wanted to say something. The email address on that NICOM, is it possible that we follow up with them? Like through you?
We can follow up with them.
Because when they sent me that message, I already sent them a reply, and up to now I've not heard from them. And they said I should do a follow-up with the email.
We will do a follow-up and see what they need to do. We are stopping this Zoom now, recording now. Those of you on YouTube, thank you so much. Those of you on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to start sharing this video. Let the video go viral. Share it widely. So those of you on Zoom, once again, thank you so much. You can come on TikTok and join us. We are still on TikTok for now.